Good morning, Professor. I am Harnoor Kaur and this is my partner Manbir. Today we will be discussing several key legal concepts including tort law, employment law, intellectual property, and business forms. We have also prepared some of our videos, like some of the videos which will show in this video to depict these concepts, which will explain.
We are excited to go over these topics and demonstrate our understanding. We'll start with the tort law and move each subject in order we have studied them. So let's begin with the tort law. So we have depicted the tort law of defamation. Defamation involves making a false statement about someone that causes harm to their reputation. There are two types of defamation: liberal, which is written, and slander, which is spoken. So in our scenario, I have acted as someone who's spreaded a false rumor about her Noor, accusing her of stealing money from the company. This accusation is untrue and are harmful as it could damage her Noor's reputation among her colleagues and in the community.
Exactly. Defamation is a serious issue because it can lead to significant damage, not just personally but professionally as well. If someone's reputation is harmed due to a false statement, they may lose business opportunities, friendships, and their overall standing in society. In our depiction, the rumor I was accused of could lead to a loss of trust and credibility, which is why defamation is treated seriously under the law.
To add, defamation requires that the statement to be false, made to someone other than the person defamed, and that it causes harm. If the statement was true, it would have been defamation. In our scenario, the false rumor met these criteria, making it clear case of slander.
Next is employment law. Now we will talk about focusing on termination with cause, without cause, and duty to accommodate. First, let's discuss termination with cause. This occurs when an employee's behavior is so poor or the actions are so severe then that the employer has the right to terminate their employment immediately without needing to provide notice or severance pay. The law recognizes that in cases of serious misconduct, the employer should not be obligated to continue employing the individual or to compensate them beyond what they have already earned. So, for example, we have here is Manbir. We have depicted a scenario where Manbir played an employee who was constantly on personal calls during work hours, neglecting his duties. Now
So
he will be showing that he's using his phone.
all the time, I'm always on my phone, not doing the work. So basically, just yeah, I'm already at my work, but still not focusing on my work. Instead, I'm just using phones everywhere.
Okay, so this behavior not only disrupts the workflow but also shows a lack of professionalism and responsibility. Such behavior can justify termination with cause because it demonstrates that the employee is not fulfilling their job responsibilities, which can harm the business.
Exactly. Termination with the cause is a significant action because it essentially ends the employment relationship due to the employee's fault. So the law allows this to ensure that businesses are protected from the employees who are not performing or engaging in misconduct. So in my skit, I have shown that myself I was not I was negligence of duties justified the employee's decision to terminate with cause.
Now let's move on to termination without cause. This happens when an employer decides to terminate an employee for reasons that are not related to their misconduct or performance. For example, the company might be restructuring, downsizing, or changing the business direction. In such cases, the employer must provide the employee with either notice or severance pay, as the termination is not due to the employee's fault. So, for example, in a scenario where for example, Manbir's company is facing downsize due to economic difficulties, and unfortunately, Manbir's position is eliminated. Even though he was a good employee and did nothing wrong, the company had to let him go to reduce cost. In this case, Manbir would be entitled to either notice or severance pay because the termination was not due to his performance.
That's right. Termination with cause is more common than termination without any cause. Usually happens when companies need to make tough decisions that are unrelated to employees' conduct. The law requires employees to compensate the employee because the termination is not their fault. ensuring the key have some financial security while they look for another job. So, in summary, termination with cause is used when the employee's conduct justifies immediate dismissal without notice of severance, while termination with cause occurs for a reason unrelated to the employee's performance, requiring the employer to provide notice or severe pay.
Now we will be discussing the duty to accommodate in employment law. Firstly, for example, Manbir is an employee
Yes.
with disability.
Yeah.
So,
So my
yeah,
company has already given me a table. Let's assume I'm like disabled. I can't do anything, but my company has given me an adjustable height desk, which can by which I can lower a file cabinet to accommodate my needs. This setup helps me to work comfortably.
so the duty to accommodate requires employers to make reasonable adjustments for employees with disabilities. These adjustments should not cause undue hardship and must enable the employee to perform their job effectively. So the changes that made are practical and affordable. The adjustments ensure that the employee can work without barriers. The modifications are reasonable and do not impose excessive difficulty on the employer. Now let's discuss intellectual property law.
Property. Yes. Now let's discuss about this. So for in this part, we have used a product, a bottle of shampoo, as you can see in Harnoor's hand.
Here is the Monday shampoo bottle.
So we have identified three types of intellectual property related to the product: trademark, patent, and copyright. First, the logo and the brand name on the bottle are protected by the trademark. Can you, Harnu, show me the logo? Like as
Yes,
you can see.
you can see this Monday, and this is the logo as well. This is the logo,
This
and the
means
name is
that
in here.
this means that no other company can use the same logo or the name as similar product without permission. Trademarks are crucial for brand identity and consumer trust.
Second, the unique design of the bottle could be protected by a design patent. If this bottle has a specific shape or functionality that's new and innovative, the company can patent it, preventing competitors from copying the design. Patents encourage innovation by giving inventors exclusive rights to their creations for a certain period.
Finally, the text on the bottle, like the description of the product or the instruction, is protected by the copyright. Copyright ensures that the original written content cannot be reproduced or without creators' permission. This protection helps companies safeguard their creative works from being used or modified without consent.
So these three forms of intellectual property protection work together to help businesses protect their products and maintain a competitive advantage. By securing their brand design and written content, companies can prevent others from profiting off their hard work and creativity. So now, lastly, we'll discuss business forms. In our example, like for example, Manbir and I own a business that makes organic hair care products. We entered into an agency agreement with the marketing company to boost our social media presence. Under this agreement, if the marketing company signs a contract with a social media influencer to promote our products, our business would be obligated to honor that contract because the marketing company is acting as our agent. This means that the actions they take on our behalf within the scope of their authority are legally binding on our business.
However, if the marketing company goes beyond their authority, for example, if they buy advertising on a platform we especially instructed them not to use, then our business might not be obligated to honor the agreement. This is because the marketing company acted outside the scope of their authority and we didn't consent to do that action.
This scenario highlights the importance of understanding agency relationships and the legal implications of business agreements. So, clear communication and detailed contracts are essential to ensure that both parties know their rights and responsibilities, which can prevent disputes and protect the business. In conclusion, we have discussed concepts of tort law, uh, employment law, intellectual property, and business forms, using our examples to illustrate and explain these topics.
We hope our explanations have demonstrated our understanding of these legal principles. Thank you for your time, and I hope you like it. Thank you.
Thank you.